Here we go, another chance to play this game, global street food with two normals. Lift the cloche.
Go for it.
Excellent. Yes! It's what I want in this format.
Need in my face.
It smells curried. It's got crispy noodles.
It's got crispy onions,
Fried onion.
jammy eggs.
Maybe chicken.
There's nothing not to like there. It's sweet. It's indulgent.
It's got some acidity to it, like
Yeah.
some citrus. Is it lime?
It might have a little in there, but it's not a key flavour. However, you will recognise all the other very familiar ingredients. We're talking things like ginger, garlic, chilli. You've mentioned coconut cream and coconut milk,
Lemongrass,
so it
yeah.
uses both of those.
Yeah.
No lemongrass,
Ooh.
but it is heavy on turmeric, which is giving that colour. And then chicken stock, fish sauce, soy sauce, and maybe a few other spices as well.
I think that's absolutely glorious.
Often served with boiled eggs. And then you've got the two different noodles there. You've got the soft boiled noodles underneath, and it's often garnished with crispy things too, and fried noodles is an example. You've also got some crispy onions there. The dish is called Oh No Khao Sui,
Okay.
and Oh No literally meaning coconut, and Khao Sui literally meaning noodle. So fairly simple in its naming, but a classic dish from this country.
I can see that becoming a new favourite in my house.
Sometimes they do swap some of the coconut milk for evaporated milk, which is where sometimes you're getting some of that sweetness from as well. And there's so much turmeric involved, nearly all the street vendors make it with gloves just to avoid the staining of the hands as they're making and pounding the pastes.
It feels like it's invigorating. Like it's got some delicious healthy fats in there, but also, because those spices, it's just like, it's got a life to it.
Obviously, this is global street food and it is regularly served on the streets, but you will also find it in cafes, hotels, restaurants, because it is so loved and it is kind of consumed all through the day as well. It's not a specific mealtime dish. A popular rhyme from this country: of all the fruit, the mango's the best. Of all the meat, the pork's the best. And of all the vegetables, lapet's the best, which is a type of tea. So those three things kind of sum up this country's cuisine. Ironically, not that any of them are in the dish,
No.
but it gives you more context to the cuisine we're talking about.
Mango, pork and tea.
And obviously we're looking for kind of the origins of this dish. Variations of it are now found where it has migrated to, for example, Pakistan. You guys know the rules. If they can get the country spot on, they get 3 points. If both of them get it wrong, then whoever is closest, based on centroids of the countries, will take a single point. You've both committed to an answer.
Yep.
Should we have a peek at what you got? 3, 2, 1.
Malaysia.
That's what I was going to say that, and I went for
Myanmar.
Myanmar. Thank you for saying it for me.
And you're both in a similar part of the world, which makes sense of the ingredients for sure.
Yeah, I started off with Malaysia, but then with what you're saying with it being picked up in Pakistan and the influence of the turmeric and so on, I went west.
Freshness and the vibrancy made me think of the types of food we were eating in Vietnam.
Yeah.
I was thinking Vietnam, Malaysia, Philippines.
And you were both right to stick in that part of the world.
Good.
It's a dish that takes influence from a number of places, as you can imagine: India, China, Thailand. However, Oh No Khao Sui is Burmese,
Oh, wow.
which means Myanmar is correct.
Yes!
Burma, yeah.
Is it? I don't know where that is. Great, yeah!
Burma changing its name about 36 years ago, yes.
Brilliant.
But still the Burmese cuisine and the Burmese people in Myanmar.
Because
So Barry knew nothing about where he was pointing on the globe, but he picked one out of thin air.
Oh.
Mike, you're 1,288 miles away. Barry takes the 3 points.
The fact that we
Accidental win is the worst kind of loss.
Absolutely delicious. Barry, you
Well done.
take 3 points.
Well done.
worldy.
We have
round
more
two.
of these.
All yours, gents. I've tucked it under there nicely.
This is yours. Oh, what on earth is that? What is that? Is that couscous? It's a paste, it's got chili, it's got herbs.
I'm guessing it's fishy.
There's two elements to pick apart. There's kind of that casing that's been fried and then the paste that's in the middle.
Oh, wow.
I'm going in.
Yeah, no, the paste is straight away a little bit fishy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's almost like a very subtle fried fish cake that's been split like a baked potato and filled with something else.
So the outside is a ball or a paste that's made from black-eyed peas. So they're soaked, often peeled, which would be quite laborious as a task, and then blended with onion, maybe some ground spices, but most importantly, dried shrimp, which you're identifying a little bit of. It's quite a wet batter, and that's kind of spooned into hot oil and fried, which is what gives you that nice crispy outside. Traditionally, it would be fried in palm oil. We've used rapeseed oil, but you still get that lovely dark colour. Then it's cut open and filled with a paste made from cashews, peanuts, tomato, parsley, garlic, oil, and a little bit more salted prawn.
It's one of the most satisfying textures in a handheld food product that I've ever had.
Whoa.
It hits every mark.
Yeah.
The sponginess of the middle is so, it's not only delicious, but it's so just lovely to eat.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about it, not too dissimilar from the likes of falafel, which again is a legume that's ground up and then
it's more
fried.
moist.
But being black-eyed peas and with the added onion and other ingredients, including the shrimp, a bit more of a bounce to it. And you say it is more moist.
There's a danger sometimes when you fill these things. Once you've finished the filling, the rest of the dish is boring. The black-eyed ball is
even without the paste, which isn't massively fishy either. It's like almost a pleasant, subtle shrimp sort of flavour as opposed to like fish.
Now again, loved all over this country, although probably more from one specific region. It is therefore made and appears on many menus, but if you get it on the streets and the carts, they're almost like a buffet cart where you get the outside black-eyed pea thing cut open and you work your way along and you add your filling. So your paste, you can top it with some avocado, some other salsas, you could add shrimp, which we've done, or prawns, tomato. It's often served with a tomato salad on the side. But basically, you almost go along and put your own fillings in it.
It's really cool.
About 20 years ago, this was certified as a national treasure by this country's National Institute of Historic and Artistic Heritage. That's how much they love it.
Interesting.
Are we knowing the name?
No, but what I will tell you is it's considered a sacred food offered to Oya, the African goddess of wind, lightning, storms and fire.
Can I have a look at the globe? It really helped me last time.
Yeah, it did.
There are countless theories as to where the name for this dish comes from, but some people say it derives from the Yoruba word, i.e. the language of the Yoruba people, for fireball.
Fireball?
It's not spicy.
Not spicy, is it? Okay.
But they're added into palm oil, which remember is a red oil, and they often have more of a darker, almost red tinge to them. Confident?
Nope.
Well, let's see what you got. 3, 2, 1.
Algeria.
Barbados.
What the heck? When I saw them, I thought they looked a bit like the Brazilian coxinha. And then I was like, actually, or they could be arancini, like a stuffed arancini sort of thing. And the black-eyed pea bit then said to me, actually, that would work around the Mediterranean area. So I kind of then went to and you said Africa. So I stuck to Northern Africa and went Algeria.
I instantly thought
Good guess.
coastal West Africa.
Yeah.
But then I thought that might be too much of a clue. Started to think along the lines of the seafood and the black-eyed peas and those types of ingredients, and thought where else was there a mass migration of Africans, and it led me towards the Caribbean.
So a lot of the salted shrimp or salted prawn ingredients we've looked at on the channel before have indeed been from Western Africa. The dish is called a karage and was a creation brought to this country by the enslaved Yoruba people of Western Africa. So they did migrate and bring this dish with them. They went a bit further to Brazil.
Oh!
So this is Brazilian street food, and we're talking northeastern Brazil.
My first guess.
And do you remember all those years ago we did Sorted Eats Brazil?
Yeah.
6 Brazilian dishes. Vatapá was one of them, and again it uses those kind of dried shrimp in those same combinations.
Oh, thank goodness I went bold because I am closer.
Alphabetically, Mike is closer.
I had to check.
And geographically too. Baz, you were 4,622 miles away. Mike, 1,964. So still a way away, but the logic was strong. It was West African enslaved people taking the cowpeas and the black-eyed peas and the palm oil and this dish through to Brazil.
Great, but no extra points for logic, so.
No extra points for logic, but he does get a point for being both alphabetically and geographically closer.
2 points.
Barry, you're leading 3 points to 1 as we go into round 3. Number 3, ready for you.
I'm so satisfied right now.
Wow, I think I'm going to be even more satisfied. Yes, Evan.
Okay.
This is okay, right.
What do you reckon you've got in it?
I'm going to deconstruct because I've seen a green sauce with cucumber. It's not a meat patty.
No, it's vegetarian with what's that green sauce?
It might have meat in it, but it's not a,
That looks spicy.
Salsa verde. Wow.
Hello?
Oh, it's acidic. Spicy, it's very spicy.
Oh, God, it is. I was right. Oh, that's spicy.
That is spicy.
Okay, but super herby spicy.
Now you've chomped into it.
Oh, wow, okay.
Barry said vegetarian. You still thinking that?
It tastes like pulled pork, but feels like fish cake.
Yeah.
It is neither
pork
fish nor pork.
Oh dear. Was it slow cooked lamb?
It is well, it's mutton. It's the same animal, it's older. It's mutton.
Okay. Cool, it's not as strong a flavour as I'd associate with mutton.
So look, this is how it's made, and it is a bit of a labour of love. Basically, it is split yellow peas that are cooked down with mutton, onion, garlic, ginger, green chilli, a whole host of spices. And then when it's cooked down, then it's ground into basically a paste or a patty. So it's a very loose patty, but because essentially the mutton's already cooked, it doesn't hold together that well. So once it's then sort of chilled and set, it's then dipped into beaten egg white and then cooked. And the egg white is just enough to form a coating on the outside that binds it together. But interestingly, it's the yellow split peas and the mutton and onion, garlic, ginger, chilli cooked. After it's cooked, it's ground.
It's really tasty. Again, it's a new textural experience.
And these are kind of considered the country's staple, cheaper option to fast food. And you'll often get vendors outside of fast food chains basically saying, look, this option's cheaper. In fact, in 2019, McDonald's tried to serve a version of this in this country. And basically people said, that's great, but it's 3 times more expensive. We can get it on the streets. So this is the everyman's bun kebab. It is still developing and adapting as a dish. New spins on this include beetroot and hunter beef, inverted commas, which is like a preserved meat. I mean, you've annihilated both of those.
So good.
And what have you scribbled? 3, 2, 1.
Sri Lanka.
Afghanistan.
Any strong logic on what we've given you?
We both started in India, right? And travel from there.
In that region, I was thinking lamb, mutton, that sort of region. Mint, you said the word chutney, again, that sort of region.
I think I had a delicious lamb-based dish from a Sri Lankan restaurant recently that reminded me of some of the flavours, and that's all I had going for it.
Both pretty sound logic. I can reveal that whilst the dish is bun kebab, the filling and that patty is shami kebab. And one of you is just 264 miles away.
Oh.
This is from Pakistan. Oh. So Mike takes it with Afghanistan, 264 miles away. Barry, you're 1,721 miles away. You take another point.
Good guessing.
To the country below.
Good guessing.
I'd have had a direct hit.
And both pretty big countries, but in terms of centroids, 264 miles away.
Right, so the tactic here is, if I don't get a direct hit, but win the next one, we're drawing. And then it's total miles away, takes the decider.
But at the moment, Barry, you are winning 3 points to 2 as we go into the final round.
I need this. I need this. I just need a point. I just need a point.
No, you don't. You need a point
Not need a point. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but you've got two like mega far away.
Yeah, but if he gets a point, he wins
Oh,
4-2.
if you get a point. Yeah, yeah.
You need
oh, yeah, damn.
You need a point.
I need
I just
a point.
need a point.
I'm going for 3. Ta-da. Oh! Oh,
Wow.
it's a fish dog. It's a hot fish.
That was like pure excitement and then slight hesitation. Fish in the mun with it looks quite harsh
Because
in
of
terms
white
of
onion.
raw white onion, gherkins.
Can you identify the fish?
It's very oily fish. Big
Very-
sardine?
Very fatty fish.
You're spot on with fatty fish. In fact, historically, in this country, this fish was quite popular during Lent, where meat wasn't consumed, but fatty fish was a good alternative.
It's so fatty. It's not flaky. It's laced with fat.
It has been very likely salt cured, but not as a preservation method. It's only very short term. It is, not really cooked.
It makes sense as to why it's got raw onion
Yeah,
and
yeah.
pickles in it, because there's lots of strong flavours competing.
But it needs
as a bite, it absolutely works.
Raw onion, gherkin in a bun, and it is salt brined or salt cured, slightly herring.
It works.
yeah.
It works really well, and there is no one overpowering flavour. Like, actually, the pickles have that sweetness that really makes the entire thing sing.
We're talking street food again, often served from carts, especially in the capital city of this country. And the dish is called brugge herring, which literally just means herring sandwich.
You've saved the hardest one till last, definitely.
Otherwise, herring has been popular in this country for over 1,000 years, so historically a very important fish in their cuisine and diet as well. While you deliberate and put one country down on your board, fun fact, the popularity of herring accelerated in the Middle Ages in this country because a fisherman discovered an innovative method to clean the herring called gibbing. And it involves leaving the pancreas intact in the fish, and basically it releases enzymes that keeps the meat fresher for longer and basically allowed fishermen to stay at sea and continue to eat fresh fish longer.
Wow. Yeah.
Where do you think our herring sandwich is from? Flip the board.
Estonia.
Lithuania.
Oh, you went
There's
okay.
one country in between us.
Oh. I went America, first of all. I was thinking Alaska.
Oh.
Because of the sandwich, the gherkins, I was like, that kind of feels a little bit American, apart from the big whopping fish in the middle of it. But then I think I ended up going towards Europe with the type of bread that it was with. I went in the Baltic Sea area.
Yeah. Lent,
Yeah,
Christianity,
had to be.
which took me away from the Norse of the Scandinavian regions.
Yeah.
Pretzel bread made me think Germany and Central Europe, but herring made me think Baltic Sea, cold waters.
What is close?
So I picked a country that was furthest to Central Europe.
I can reveal that this is a very popular street food in the Netherlands.
I don't know.
Which means one of you
That
is
should be
102 miles closer, and Mike takes the point.
Well done.
So we're drawing.
Which
So
makes you
we're drawing
3
no.
points each in the game and means I have to get an abacus out to work out which one of you has been furthest away overall.
Ebbers gets his abacus out.
Bear with. So, I've totted it up for clarity. Barry, you got 1 bang on.
Yeah.
And Mike, you got 3 rounds where you were wrong but the closest. Barry,
Hello.
your total miles wrong,
That's the way we like to operate.
7,232.
Oh, wow, that's so far.
Mike,
Surely.
your total miles wrong, much closer with 4,303 miles. So Mike, you take the
Good
default
game.
win.
What a good game
Good
that
game.
was.
I think
Good
we all
game.
win
Great
food.
game.
Yeah, we all win here.
Jolly good show.
They were all delicious.
The wonderful thing is the globe is a big place and there are lots of countries and lots of street food we've not yet explored. So comment down below which other ones should we be trying.